Fresnel in a bulb. And that's the first time that I see this, and it's here in the Astera booth. Look at these guys. Hi guys, I'm Johnny from CineD, and I'm here with Ben from Astera. Ben, how are you? I'm very well, and we're keeping up the tradition of meeting almost every exhibition because you keep enhancing the light of bulbs that you have. And it's quite amazing. I mean, in all honesty, Astera is really killing it with bulbs. I really love it's innovative, it's small, it's very easy to work with, and now you actually took it to another level. Please tell me about the new product.
Thank you. Thanks for the kind words. Well, it's all about the community, right? That's what Astera is about. So, as we always say, it's not that we are very smart or anything. It's just a lot of users around the community tell us, why don't you try to do that? And we take it as a challenge, and it's a really nice challenge. Our engineers learn to take this challenge and go to the next step. And now we try to do it the same thing. This is the SolaBulb. Basically, the idea comes for the quite popular Luna bulb. We did a lunar reflector. We have been covered, by the way, by CineD before. And with the lunar reflector, a lot of people say, you know what, you should do a par light, like a par bulb and so on. We're playing with this concept a lot, and we came with the idea about a fixture that can do three things. That was the whole idea. The first thing is, it's a bulb, right? So you can use any kind of general bulb socket. It could be E26, E27, or B22, and you can use it pretty much everywhere where you have a bulb socket, right? Just like a practical. The second thing that this is a downlight, right? As you can see it in here, you can use it as a downlight in a fake ceiling, for example, anywhere where you need to hide a lamp, you know. For this type of application, it's very interesting. And of course in camera, because it has all the Titan engine, high-level TLCI, and so on. The third thing that this thing is a Fresnel in a bulb.
That's amazing. This part is really genius.
Well, thanks. I mean, it's really a Fresnel with the same high-performance, fully functional Fresnel that you have in any other Astera bulb. It's not any worse than that. You have the same distribution, no color deviation, same shadows.
Ben, for those who are not familiar, what Fresnel, what it does,
well,
maybe you can explain it short.
Sure. So it's a high-performance optical system. What you can do is to narrow the beam up to, in this case, 15 degrees, to float the beam, to open it, the coverage, up to 50 degrees. So basically, you have the chance to modify the beam angle as needed. So you want more coverage or less coverage, and depending on what you're illuminating. But the cool thing is that you have a hard and soft shadow and a perfect shadow, right? So you can emulate the shadow that you get out of the sunlight and so on. That's what, in general, a Fresnel is. And the other big advantage is that you can use several colors in your LED engine, and they are all mixed where the lens is. So you don't have any color fringing on the borders. So even if you're illuminating very close to an object, you will not see any color deviances and so on.
If I still want to center the light or soften it or anything, are there any accessories that can go in front of the light?
Well, it's a good question. Normally, we think more about hard light and soft light in a bulb because there is a main issue with bulbs. And the main issue with the bulbs is the space, right? You don't want the bulb to be heavy, and you want to be as compact as possible and as lightweight as possible. That's why we made these three. It's a good question, actually, because those who want to soften, to use a soft light type of bulb, they should use the NYX, which is what they can see in here with maximum output.
So next year we're going to stand here and you're probably going to show a mixture of the products and say, Johnny, thank you.
With the hard and soft. It's a good challenge.
No, I'm just saying because
Yes.
Sorry. There's so much that can be done with this as far as a
Correct.
documentary filmmaker.
Yes.
And of course, I don't want to be limited. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there's maybe a chance to do something together. Who knows? Good.
Yes. Actually, we discussed about this also with some of our partners like DOP Choice and so on. One of the cool things about the things that we're doing at Astera is that we are trying to open the world for those makers that are good with 3D printing. This will start with a Luna bulb. Having the STL files available on the website, anyone can download them and start playing how to soften the lights and so on. You can do that with SolaBulb as well, because he has a slot here, which is what allows you to have a solar snoot. You can mount a solar snoot into it, right? And now you have more contrast, less anti-glare, and of course you can mount things in here. And actually, Johnny, this is a very good point because someone already did. This is not an Astera product. This is a company called LR that were playing with 3D printing and decided, hey, why don't we put a pan door on it so we can control it even more? And actually, that's what they did. They're bringing in the IBC for the very first time. You just mount it directly into the bulb, as you can see, right? And now you have the same control that you were having a bigger Fresnel fixture. So good idea.
Very nice. So the strength of this light, of this bulb, is how, what's the strength in watts?
This is a 15-watt LED draw, but as always in the LED world, what does that mean, right? Every manufacturer does something different. So we always use the equivalence. So this is equivalent to a 50-watt power bulb. So those who you have in your home, you know, like from the ceiling and so on, 50-watt equivalent when you compare it to tungsten, so it's quite punchy. And of course, the fact that you can do any beam angle in this 50-watt equivalency, it makes it very interesting.
And this box, kind of the controller, this is part of the package or additional?
This is a power station. So actually, this power station is an external battery-driven device that is only here mainly for one thing, which is in the bulb, you don't have a display. So because we do the only wireless DMX bulbs in the market, which means that you can control them directly from a lighting console without any kind of accessory in between, then you need to assign this DMX somewhere. You can do it by pairing your light via Bluetooth with your phone and continue in the Astera app, as you can do with any Astera product, but you might not want to do that. Maybe you want to do it directly with a LED screen, and that's why it's here. So it gives you an OLED screen to change whatever you need to change in the setup of the fixture, but to be honest, you don't need it for anything else, because if you're going AC, then this is not needed at all, right? You can just mount it in any bulb socket and you play from there and you use the app for it. But it's also useful to have an external battery sometimes that you can rig.
Not only that, I mean, theoretically, I mean, this is the battery.
That's a battery, yeah.
So if that's the battery, that can also power, there's no USB-C output here.
No, correct. You power it through the DC connector. Because
But I'm just saying, why not have a USB-C output? Sorry, we are kind of designing a new product in front of your eyes, guys. Yeah, sorry about it. I just thought that if I already have this and I need to charge my phone or anything else, I can use it for different stuff.
Correct.
But, you know, idea is just an idea and it's worth only when it's being implemented.
It's a very, very good question, and I tell you why. Because this product here has 6 years already in the market. So this was developed for the next bulb in there. And one of the things that we have very clear in Astera is that we need to make profit for the rentals, for the owner operators that invest in the products. So what we do basically is that when we deliver one product, in order to increase the return on investment of the people, we don't modify it until we come with a new technology.
So 20 years later, there's a new thing.
Probably soon, at some point, maybe in a couple of years, you see your USB-C.
Okay, great. Moving forward, how about pricing and availability?
Yes, that's a very good question. So when we were working with it, because this is a high complex optical system, of course, when you innovate, this comes with the costs, right? So when we were talking to the high-end users, which were the main target for us, we realized soon that it will going to be, if we keep a price very high, then only the high-level films will have access to it. And we realized quite quickly that we should make an effort as a company and try to go down with the cost as much as possible, because every single user say the same thing. When you can get really creative with this is when you have a lot of them. You have a lot of them, you can do a lot of things, right? So we went really, really down with the price, and people here in the show can't believe that you actually have a Fresnel in a bulb for just €150, but that's what it is.
One of the best sales marketing person I ever met. Just $150. Good, you know what? Pack 5. No, joking.
Yeah.
So that's about the pricing, availability?
Oh, we are shipping in 2 weeks. And we are now at IBC, so in 2 weeks we'll be ready. And of course, the problem, as we always have in Astera, unfortunately for me, but it's a good problem to have, is that we already have a big waiting list. So my message will be, if you really need this now, please place the orders now, because it's going to be hard. Yeah.
Did I mention marketing? Okay, no. But back to a serious question. the name of the product is somehow, if I don't wear my glasses, I have no chance to read. Why is that? Why are you hiding your name?
It's a very good point. Well, this is because you're gonna use these on camera a lot of times, right? Sometimes you want to have the glare on camera and the lens, or sometimes you're gonna put it, as a practical light that you can see. And in that type of environments, apart from the events, because we have a big market in the live events, and they are gonna use as a pending light this type of bulb, you don't want to see annoying marketing things, right? So you don't want to see the name somewhere or the Astera logo or anything like that. But you want to know where beam angle are you at. So you want to know, is this 30 degree or whatever? So you can know this by two ways. The first one is that you have a click in the center that you feel also haptically that tells you are in 30 degrees now, and you are in the limit, you are in 15 degrees, so you don't need to look at it. But if you need to look at it, all the legends that we have in the bulb are very, very light gray. So when you get close to it, you can read it, but you cannot see it on camera. That's why.
Well, that's satisfactory information and solution. No, very nice.
Sorry for your.
Yeah.
You're getting old. You're getting old. That's the problem.
I will get old. The question is if I look fit.
You do. You always do, mate.
Okay, guys, before it takes to a different direction altogether.
Yes.
Ben, I want to say thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Guys, thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.